Having trouble with pain, sleep, digestive disorders, blood sugar, or hormonal imbalances? Visit the Herb Corner, a truly unique shop blending together the healing of mind, body, and spirit. Carrying hundreds of organic bulk herbs, essential oils, all natural products, healing supplies, books, candles, crystals, jewelry, and one-of-a-kind gifts. Traditional medicines making you sick? Meet our master herbalist Cecilia for tips on natural healing herbal products or order online at www.herbcorner.net.
Hello and welcome back to another great episode of Ask Our Intuitives. Thank you so much for coming here. We have a very special guest today, Maria, who is a psychic medium and a medical intuitive. Maria is going to share with us exactly what she does, how she does it, and many of you here in our audience have some questions that she'll be able to answer for you too. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Maria. Maria, can you help explain to our viewers and our audience here, what exactly is a medium and how do you do it?
A medium is someone that can connect to the other side. In other words, you know, when you come to the end of your journey, I don't use the word death because death is non-existent. So when we come to the end of a journey, we simply exit the body and we become energy, an intelligent source of energy. A medium can communicate with that energy. In other words, a disembodied spirit, a human disembodied spirit. And we communicate, we pass messages along.
So when you actually see the disembodied spirit, if you would, do you see that in the form as if you're looking here at our audience or as you and I are speaking right now?
Not always. It's usually an instant communication, a mind to spirit communication, and I convey messages that only the one that has lost the loved one can relate to those messages. Sometimes I am capable of seeing the disembodied spirit itself, but it can be a form of two. I can either see or communicate, and sometimes I have the privilege of being able to do both. It really depends on the entity that has crossed over, how much of the energy they're able to raise in order for me to be able to have a visual.
Gotcha. Now you and I were speaking earlier and you had mentioned to me that this came to you at a very early age, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
How were you when you started to receive this gift?
Probably started at the age of 3 when I didn't want to sleep by myself in my bedroom and my parents thought I was a spoiled child.
Yeah, 3 years old, wow.
So I was able to see spirits vividly then. Doing readings or conveying messages since the age of 6.
How was that experience for you when you actually initially, when you were at 3 or 6 years old? What was that experience like? I mean, was it a comforting experience? Was it a scary feeling initially?
At the age of 3 was a very scary experience, and being raised as a Roman Catholic, you know, you just really don't talk about it. So not being able to get the attention from my parents that I was literally seeing a bunch of spirits or people in my room, you pretty much as a child stand alone. These days we're more aware of gifted children, and there's many intuitive people, thankfully, that they're able to work with these children.
Now, when you speak of these children, are these also known as indigo and crystal children?
Yes, or without titles, you know, just an intuitive child. Actually, we're all intuitive. Some children just carry that through life, and others, the minute the innocence starts to leave us as we grow and we learn from our parents, our teachers, our neighbors, and we learn that, you know, if the mind, if it's not the right visual, it doesn't exist. The mind will shut it off. If you can't taste, if you can't smell, if you can't touch, and nobody else sees it, then the mind has no compartment to put it in. Therefore, we disregard it. And as we get a little older and older, the gift disappears.
Now, I know more and more, I mean, as time goes on, especially as we're getting into this magic 2012 year that everybody talks about, a lot more than I've ever heard is more and more people are starting to feel different shifts of energies, or they're starting to see things that, you know, they never thought they would see before. Does that have to, what does that have to do with?
Well, the vibrations are changing on this earth. Come 2012, every 20,000 years, and this is through history, the earth does its little tilting. And with these vibrations these days, the earth is giving out the vibrations. It's actually universal. And we all have more of an intuitive feeling. there is more and more people coming out, so to speak, these days. And you know what? It's not my gut feeling. I see things and they appear little by little. People are becoming more intuitive. More people seek deeper answers to questions. Why am I here? Is this life all there is to it? So we literally are raising our vibrations, and we no longer sit in the closet. We no longer say, you know what, you can't talk about it.
Amazing. You know, speaking of vibrations, and I know you've been here several times with us, there's these little visitors we have around here, and you know, we're not sure exactly what to make of it, but we know they're very friendly.
Yes.
You know, our operations engineer, he doesn't always seem kindly to them because his computers turn on and off sporadically. But do you feel that energy here in this office?
Well, you have, which is unusual. I mean, you can find a child in a place and a location and other disembodied spirits, but in this case, and we've spoken of this before, you have two disembodied spirits, two children. And there's some grown-up spirits here as well, but they kind of keep the distance from you, keeping the energy, the vibrations low enough that they don't want me to connect. The reason why your electronics act up is because disembodied spirits will try to draw energy from electronics. They also draw energy from water. Well, look, you're right next to the ocean. So if your electronics start to act up and you're not sure what it is, most likely it is the spirits here trying to take a little bit of that energy in order to produce some sort of communication or some sort of effect, visual effect.
Is there anything to, you know, and as we all been growing up, we've all been taught this, I guess, call it linear way of thinking regarding, you know, maybe this is a, you know, a childhood fantasy, if you would, or, you know, an imaginary friend, you know, and is there anything really to be afraid of the other side at all?
No, I mean, think about it. These are people that had a life. These, you know, one day the end of our journey will come. It's unavoidable. And the minute we exit the body, we no longer go to work. We no longer communicate in the same physical way with our loved ones, with our families. But these were people. They had a life. What is there to be afraid of? They just simply exit the body. Actually, I'm more afraid of the living.
Yeah.
Than those that have crossed over. Because the living can literally do so much physical harm, including taking your life. Those that have exited the body, they have no harm to us.
We all have the ability to channel?
Yes, we all have. We're all intuitive.
And channeling, if you were to describe that, would be, what would be the best way to describe that from your perspective?
You know, we all have the sixth sense. We just don't know how to tap into it. People channel in different ways. Some people channel through visions. Some people literally hear voices. Other people is just like you, I believe, an instant knowing. You don't hear voices, you just know, you write it down.
It's like automatic writing.
Automatic writing, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, we're going to be seeing Maria here in just a moment after this break. Thank you very much.